Hey there.
Hello, and welcome back to the Release and Realign Circle podcast, where we're diving back into episode 6 of our Align Choices series, where we're discussing unlocking decision making with human design. I'm Nolitha, and today we're tackling a challenge that so many of us face and are facing, and that's making aligned decisions when we're under pressure. Maybe it's a tight deadline, family expectations, or just the weight of external opinions that make it feel impossible to stay true to yourself. By the end of this episode, you'll have practical strategies to stay centered, trust your inner authority, and make choices that truly align with your energy, even when the world around you is pushing you to rush or compromise. As always, this podcast is about you unmasking, reclaiming, and realigning with who you truly are. And we've now come to our food for thought segment. Today, I am offering my unsolicited advice, which is something that I'm really good at doing. So, I'm going to list some things, and I want you to think about what they might have in common. Restoration and repair of your body cells, improved concentration, mood regulation, and an improved immune system. If you said sleep, ding, 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 you are absolutely correct. Many people are interested in improving their sleep for overall health and well-being. People of all age groups may ask and seek ways to enhance their sleep quality. However, challenges and preferences related to sleep can vary. For instance, older adults will face different sleep issues than teenagers. And the individuals in my age group of 40 to 60, we often prioritize improving sleep quality due to factors like increased stress, potential hormone changes, and a higher likelihood of experiencing sleepless nights. Common concerns may include insomnia, restless nights, or disruptions caused by lifestyle factors like drinking caffeine right before bed. Strategies such as maintaining a consistent sleep schedule, creating a comfortable sleep environment, and managing stress can be particularly beneficial for this demographic, my age group. And I want to take this time to share some of the things that I use in order to help me to have really good sleep. I noticed back in 2015, may have been before then, I want to say probably 2009, during the time that I became a principal of elementary school. I was having a hard time shutting my mind down and getting good sleep. That went on for several years, and I decided to try melatonin Everybody talked about it. And I went and got what I considered the best that I could find. And I still did not get high quality, good, deep, restorative sleep. So, some of the things that I have found, I'm going to share them. I'll also list them on the screen so you can see them and check it out if you are having sleep issues. One of the first things that I'm listing is the Calm app. I do not get any pushback from it. I don't have any affiliate links. I will say they have a feature that's called sleep stories. Those sleep stories always put me to sleep, and I stay asleep. Don't know what they have in them, don't know what they're using, but I get really good sleep when using the Calm app and listening to their sleep stories. I also have another app on my phone that produces white noise. One of the pieces or one of the items that I play is the background noise of an airplane. I haven't traveled in several years, but I can say that when I did travel, I don't care how long the plane ride was, I always got really good sleep. So using some level of white noise can help as well. One of the things that I also learned through my research is sleeping in temperatures that's 68 degrees or less. So I make sure in all seasons that my house is cool when it is time for me to go to sleep, and that does indeed help improve my sleep quality. Another thing that I found is goji berries. Goji berries are normally found in international markets, and they are dried berries. They are Chinese berries. They have a high level, I think, of magnesium, which helps to aid in your sleep. So generally, I eat a tablespoon of goji berries before I go to bed, and within 30 to 45 minutes, I am fast asleep, and I enjoy a restful night of sleep. One of the fads that I now see on TikTok is mouth tape. Now, before it became a fad, I began researching and utilizing and experimenting with Ayurveda, which is an Indian practice. And one of the people that I follow on TikTok is a Ayurvedic practitioner, and she offered taping your mouth shut and getting good sleep. I know that sounds crazy. I felt the exact same way, but when she explained it, it made sense. So one thing that she advises is not that you go and get any tape that she's made, but she suggested 3M sensitive skin surgical tape, which I've had a hard time finding, except on Amazon. I can't find it in stores. But when I purchase it, I try to purchase a lot. And she asks that you get a small piece just to cover your mouth and keep your mouth closed, which encourages that you breathe through your nose, which research shows is a better way of regulating your nervous system and ensuring that you have deep, restful sleep. And I can't lie, I do put a small piece of tape on my mouth, and it has done wonders for my sleep quality. I also use light therapy. One of the colors that helps to improve sleep quality are red lights, and I do have some smart bulbs, and in my smart bulbs I'm able to control it from an app and turn whatever color I want on, and I have it automatically coming on at the time that I go to sleep, and they are red lights, and they do not interrupt my sleep, and I find that also improves my sleep quality. Last thing I want to tell you about, I have some others that I use, but I will cut that short unless you want to hear more, and I'll be more than happy to go deep if you'd like for me to. One of the people who helped me understand the importance of sleep is one of my favorite functional medicine doctors by the name of Mark Hyman. I found him on Instagram, and that's MarkHyman. Now, when I found him several years ago, he was offering a sleep masterclass where he educated you on your circadian rhythm and how it plays a part of helping you to achieve deep restorative sleep. Not sure if it is free now, but if you have an interest, please take a look and go Google search him to see if he still offers that sleep masterclass so that you can have an understanding of different things you can do in order to gain good sleep. I'll make sure that I list all of the suggestions that I just gave you guys that I use when I need them, and I don't use them every night. I don't use all of them at the same time, but it does give me a wide variety of choices that I can use when I am having issues with sleeping and shutting my mind down. So I hope this helps. I hope this is the start of a wonderful relationship with you and sleep so that you can break up for good with bad sleep and waking up throughout the night. Now let's talk about why pressure complicates decision making. Let's start with why decision making under pressure feels so overwhelming. When we're in high stress situations, our nervous system kicks into survival mode, making it hard to access our true decision making process. Instead, we may default to people pleasing, impulsive choices, or overanalyzing. Have you ever made a decision just to get it over with, only to later regret it? Hand is raised, because I have. That's what happens when we ignore our natural decision making rhythm and give in to external pressures instead of listening to our inner authority. Good news! There are ways to slow down and realign, even if it feels like time is working against you. Don't give in. Before we get into solutions, I want you to begin recognizing when you are out of alignment, especially when you're being pressured into decisions that don't feel right and not aligned with you. First, your body feels tense and anxious when thinking about the choice. You feel a strong need to seek validation before deciding. You rush or avoid taking the time that you need to make the right decision. You feel guilt, obligation, or fear driving your decision. Lastly, you're ignoring your inner authority's natural process. Now, when you notice any of these signs, it is time for you to pause and check in with yourself. Now, let's go over 3 powerful strategies to help you make aligned choices even when the pressure is on. First, pause and breathe. And I know that I've said that a lot throughout this series, but you would be amazed how much deep breathing will help you exit the flight or fight response. Even if you only have a few seconds, take a breath and ground yourself before responding. This simple act can shift you out of reaction mode and into alignment. Number two, your inner authority, no matter how rushed you feel, honor your decision making process. If you have an emotional authority, you need time before making decisions. If you have sacral authority, trust your gut response. Take time to listen, learn, understand, and honor your gut responses. If you have splenic authority, you must go with your first intuitive thought. Whatever hits you first intuitively, that is the right decision. Number three, and last, give yourself permission to delay if you need to. If possible, ask for more time. Saying, I need to think about it, can create space or clarity instead of regret. And this is and I want to yell this loud for the people in the back that are emotional authority. Please make sure that you always take time and pause if that's what you need before making a decision. Trust that the right decision doesn't require force, they flow. All right, next up. One of the segments that's fastly becoming one of my favorites behind Food for Thoughts is us taking time to explore current events and how we can use our inner authority to make decisions under pressure. So let's take a moment to look at current events where people are facing high pressure decisions. And one thing that makes this session fun is I always like to see if I'm in tune with what's happening. So I try to research to see what is actually relevant trend wise. And today I'm going to introduce you to two different trends. One that I wasn't really familiar with until looking it up or researching it. And the other one is one that we're currently in. So a current trend in high pressure decision making is the increasing integration of AI into executive roles. That was something I didn't know. Notably, the concept of appointing AI, artificial intelligence, as a chief operating officer, COO, of an organization. This development reflects a shift toward leveraging AI's capabilities to enhance efficiency and data-driven decision-making under pressure. And to me, that opens up a can of worms, right? Because that sounds like which causes stress. They may be in the future not even offering or looking for chief operating officers, and they're just going to assign that to AI, which I think is very interesting. Not going to get into it, but I think it was interesting enough for me to kind of share it with you, just to kind of put it out there for you guys to think about. Now, another one is the pervasive stress from global events, as we're all experiencing right now. And we'll go back to some such as COVID-19 pandemic. And these events are having or has had an impact on individuals' abilities to make decisions, even in everyday situations. So nearly a third of people report that high stress levels have made it challenging for them to make basic decisions, highlighting the broader implications of stress on the decision-making process. Understanding these trends that either you're experiencing or that you're seeing from afar underscores the importance of developing strategies to maintain alignment with yourself, your inner authority, and gaining clarity when making decisions under pressure. So, when you go back and think about those two trends and any other trend that is impacting you or that you're interested in, how much of the public discourse is rooted in reaction rather than alignment? Observing how pressure influences decision making on a large scale can help you reflect on your own tendencies in high stakes situations. This week, I always want to give you guys some homework. This week, pay attention to how people around you make decisions under pressure. Are they acting from a place of alignment, or are they being swayed by urgency and external expectations? My call to action for you this week is to implement a pause before making decisions. Your challenge this week, the next time you feel pressure to decide quickly, I want you to pause. Take a moment, even if it's just a breath, to check in with yourself, tune in to your inner authority, see what changes when you slow down instead of reacting immediately. I'd love to hear how this practice has impacted your decision making. Send me messages, tag me on social media to share your experiences. And I also want to shout you guys out who have absolutely fallen in love with the meditation that I gave you in last week's episode that helped you to relate, relax, and release, but really address those fears that you have, the uncertainty and things with change, so that you can get that into your system and begin flowing with the process instead of resisting. Now, I'm also in preparation mode, preparing for another episode, and I want to base it around your experiences as well as any questions that you might have about making decisions and about human design in general. So make sure you send those to me so that I can answer them for you in one of the future episodes. As always, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't so you won't miss our next episode, where I'll be exploring how to navigate career transitions. Until then, remember, you have the answers you need already within you. Let's uncover them together.